pain was so great, I was on the floor and I could not get up.
After years of agony, this Portland man goes halfway around the globe to a third world country for surgery. The cost of skyrocketing health care is forcing more and more Americans to get medical treatment outside the U.S. in what's been called medical tourism.
In fact, one estimate says 6 million people will go overseas by the end of this year to save money. But On Your Side investigator Dan Tilkin has a story of a Portland man who's going because he thinks he'll get better treatment and why he thinks his insurance company will even pick up the tab.
She gave me the opportunity of Saturday day or Saturday night.
We met Doug Carnew and his wife as they prepared for him to fly to India.
How do you feel?
We've never been apart like this.
Doug is a truck driver for Safeway. He used to be an amateur bodybuilder. He doesn't know why he began suffering from a debilitating back and hip pain. But in India, he's having what's called hip resurfacing surgery.
After the femur is separated from the hip socket, the damaged area is removed.
This OHSU video explains the process.
A metal ball component is attached to the reshaped femur.
Resurfacing is not as radical as traditional hip replacement surgery, but it's only been allowed in the U.S. since 2006. And Doug thinks his Indian physician, Dr. Maurya, will do a better job than American doctors because he's been doing the procedure longer.
I feel comfortable that they're up to speed on it and they do them all the time. And I'll get a really good job over there.
A year ago.
Thank you for calling Obesity Control Center, Mexico's premier lap band center.
We detailed the downside of medical tourism. Victoria Rice tried in vain to get compensation from this clinic in Mexico. That's after weight loss surgery went wrong, and doctors at OHSU said they had to correct a life-threatening mistake. Victoria was healed.
You folks have stopped corresponding with her, and I need to figure out why that is.
But until K2 started asking questions, she was stuck with a $30,000 bill, several times larger than her original cost-saving trip to Tijuana.
American hospitals and American doctors are some of the best in the world if you can afford it. And those who can't afford it are going to the best other option.
Rudy Rupek heads the company that arranged Doug Carnew's overseas surgery. Planet Hospital is one of several medical tourism organizations that broker surgeries for obesity, dental work, even cancer and heart procedures, and sex changes. Rupek says overseas hospitals have improved so much, some insurance companies are now willing to cover international procedures.
We've been approached by insurance companies that want to permanently put medical tourism as a planned design, but it's a slow-moving process.
Doug Carnew says his insurance company, Regence Blue Cross Blue Shield of Oregon, told him it will cover his overseas surgery, but wouldn't put it in writing. Regence tells us claims for international services are not pre-authorized. Coverage would be subject to medical necessity. A coverage determination would not be made until after the member received the service and the bill was submitted for review.
And I'm not going to say for anybody that has insurance out there, the insurance is going to just roll out the red carpet and have you go, because that's not true. You need to research that.
Still, Doug thinks the risk is worth the trip to India and the chance to feel right again. Doug just returned home from India and he reports he's doing well and was impressed with his care in India and the facilities. For anyone considering care in another country, the Medical Tourism Association recommends overseas clinics accredited by the same organization that checks out American hospitals.